Good day everyone, my name is Rashid of IS12. So for today's video, we're going to discuss our topic, incident management. So what is incident management? Incident management is the process used by the IT operations and DevOps teams to respond to and address unplanned events that can affect service quality or service operations. Incident management aims to identify and correct problems while maintaining normal services and minimizing impact of the business. So what is the objectives in incident management? An incident management process starts when a user reports an issue and ends when a service desk team member solves that issue. So first, quick service restoration to the specified levels that was previously agreed upon. Second, minimizing overall business disruptions, application of long-term remedies or workarounds, and initial fix and solutions, or minimizing the number of interactions needed to resolve an incident. And the last is reducing the amount of events that must be opened again. So, quick service restoration to the specified levels that was previously occurred upon. So, by definition, incidents are symptomatic of a failure within the service provisions and or the use. In order to get the user productive as quick possible, the primary goal of the incident management process must be the restoration of the service to level delivered immediately before the incident occurred. This primary directive allows for the application of temporary workarounds in order to return the system to the status quo until such time that permanent remedy can be implemented. So, minimizing overall business disruptions. According to Mr. Spock, asserted that needs of the many outweigh the interests of the few. And according to Star Trek, the second, the Wrath of Khan illustrates that this is sometimes the case. The needs of the company, however, frequently surpass the needs of the users and ITIL and ITSM framework, be they an individual or a group. The incident management process would be set up to continually assess the backlog of open issues and rank them in accordance with the specify requirements of the business at any given time. So, the third is application of long-term remedies or workarounds. The first time anything is done correctly, the better and more efficient is than having to go back and do it correctly afterward. The incident management approach should be make every effort to prevent problems from occurring in the first place rather of offering temporary solutions that call for more extensive corrective action to be performed in the future. The fourth process's objectives is the initial fixes and solutions, minimizing the number of the interactions needed to resolve an incident. So, I'm sure you agree that most people would want to be treated politely and professionally by someone who has the necessary knowledge, experience, and support network to enable them to solve your problem as quickly and painlessly as possible. Think about what and hope for when you call a service desk for assistance. When possible, handle an incident at the first point of the contact since the longer of an issue persists, the more interaction, user involvement, and hassle it generates. And the last is reducing the amount of events that must be opened against. So in reality, situation that needs to be reopened are incidents that shouldn't have been closed in the first place. It's crucial to comprehend why cases had to be reopened in order to decrease the number of them. Was it done so that the service desk perform indicates bold appears better than they actually were by closing them out? Were they dishonest or it as a result of incident wider repercussions that than first thought, or maybe it was because temporary workaround wasn't eliminated and permanent solutions wasn't put in a place. If service quality and users happens are to be maintained, it is critical to reduce the frequency of such incidents regardless of the motivation for reopening incident. The common issues of incident management. The most frequent problems that businesses with weak incident management strategies face. Understanding these issues can help you better manage occurrence before they turn into significant security issues. So first, knowledge or database of critical assets. Second, no insider treat program. And the third is operational exercises not conducted. And the fourth is operational security or OPSEC program. And the last is documented plans and policies not developed. So, what's the process flow of incident management? The process flow status area also guides you through the stage of the incident life cycle. At each stage, the diagram provides applicable accelerators. The incident management process consists of the following procedures for handling requests from users. So first, service desk analyst register incident requests for users, and the second is service desk analysis and group coordinators assign incident requests to the appropriate specialist or change coordinators for resolution or implementation. The third is group coordinators track incident to deal with reassigned notification or SLA escalations. The fourth is specialists resolve incident requests that have been assigned to them. And the fifth, after an incident has been escalated, the service owner of the FX service determines how the incident can be resolved in the most efficient manner. And service desk analysts resolve and close incident requests, and the requester can review incident requests that have been completed for them. And the last, group coordinators review a solution that has been proposed for general use for which when their approval has been requested. Key players of incident management. Every organization is different. However, your business must find a way to engage with the equivalents of the following groups. First, incident. An occurrence of events which disrupt or can potentially disrupt the normal service operations. And the second is problem. Problem set incident with similar underlying known causes. And third is priority. Fourth, escalation mechanism. And the fifth is incident life cycle. Process metrics of incident management. These metrics are crucial to understanding, diagnosing, and fixing the issues that prevent your IT infrastructures from operating at peak efficiency. So these metrics include mean time to detection, or MTTD, is the average time it takes from an issue to be identified as one requiring attention. And the second is mean time to acknowledge, or MTTA, is the average time required for an alert to result in the initiation of action. Usually, the issuing of a served ticket on the part of the IT operations team. So the third is mean time to respond, or MTTR, is the average time it needs to begin the work associated with a service ticket. Another, mean time to repair, or MTTR, is the average time it takes from the point of detection until the system is fixed. And another, mean time to resolve, or MTTR, is the average time needed to move from the point of detection until the system is fixed. checks and tested to ensure the associated system is working properly. And mean time to recovery or MTTR is the average time required to go from the point of detection to when the associated system is fully operational. And mean time between failures or MTBF is the average time between incident of particular device or application. And the last is mean time between system incident or MTBSI. BSI is the average time between the failures of a system or serve rather than the failure of any single component of the system or service. So, the incidents categorization of incident management is to ensure the categorization of incident reports is appropriate and done in a short period of time. So, first is incident reports filling into the correct category. And second is the time required to categorize incident reports. Incident prioritization of incident management is ensuring incoming incident reports is given priority of appropriate handling and is done in a short period of time. Incident reports given the appropriate priority and the time required to prioritize incident reports. And to ensure that delegation of incident handling has the right staff to handle it. First is events where staff at HO level are not available, and B is escalation of HO to HS due to staff's inability. So, incident states model of incident management. What is an incident management model? So, this incident management model can be used by an organization to identify the processes it is already performing, benchmark against what others are doing, including third parties, identify their gaps exist, and highlight the interface need to exist between all the processes and all the participants. So this is the participants. Informing the requesters and others where their incident is currently within the incident management process. And second is enable IT management to determine the current workload and progress of the work throughout the system. And the last is allow person working on an incident to make the others aware that they have completed their work and to possibly progress it to the next stage in the process via automation and thank you.